Hello, thank you so much for subbing for me. Wanted to just quickly go over how we run library class. The door is here, and then I usually actually go outside and I greet them in the hallway. I don't let them in until they're quiet, calm, all the things, just to kind of set the tone. And then I invite them in. If it's a kinder, first or second grade class, then they are supposed to put their books on my desk, and then they walk all the way back to the carpet. They do use walking feet, voices off, they know that. And then they sit down on the carpet here, and then I read them a story. If you don't see a book that's out like on the chair back here, or sometimes I leave it on my desk, if you don't see anything, you can just grab any book, any read aloud picture book from the shelf. That's perfectly fine. And then I read them the story. After I read them the story, I release them to the tables, and they are supposed to sit down at one of these long rectangular tables. And then that's when they do an activity while I am kind of getting things ready. And so if I didn't leave an activity out for you to do that day, then you can always go back to the shelves back here at the back of the room, and you can grab a bin. I usually put one bin on each table, or another good one is the puzzles here. They like those and they're super easy. So just grab something for them to do while they're waiting. So they're doing that. While they're getting settled in, finding a spot, I go over here and I make sure these round tables are full of books for them. So kinder especially, this is mainly where they check out books. First and second are allowed to go anywhere. Kinder can check out from the round tables, or they are allowed to check out from the bins here. But I have not shown them how to use shelf markers to check out the books that are shelved vertically like this. So they're only allowed to check out from the bins or from the round table. That's kindergarten. And then everybody else can check out from wherever. I also like if I have like kinder or first grade in and I check in books, I usually just kind of leave them up on this shelf here. And then I use those to fill the tables as I'm going throughout the day. So I actually don't shelve those. It's, kind of cheating, I guess, but it makes my life a little bit easier. So I don't have to shelve those. I just save them for the next group who comes in. So once the kids are all settled, I will call, if it's kindergarten, I only call one table at a time. First and second, I'll usually call 2 tables at a time to go find their books. And then while they're finding their books, I'm coming back over to my desk in between those, and the books that they have piled on the desk here, I'm going to go ahead and check those in and then add them to my shelf collection over there for whenever the next group comes. So after everybody's gotten their books, if there's time, I let them do the activity, or they can read their books until about the last 5 minutes before class ends, and then we start checking out. I will tell them to clean up their tables, and then you can have them come and just line up right here at the checkout desk. And then as they are cleaning up and lining up, then you can start checking out their books. And then of course you'll find their names here. You'll scan their barcode, make sure you're on checkout, and then scan their barcode and scan their books. And that's kinder's first and second. And then for the big kids, third, fourth, and fifth, I also greet them out at the door, but instead of going back to the carpet to read a book, I just go take them straight to the white tables and they sit down. They also have an activity, usually the same as whatever the little kids have. They all love the supplies, they all love Legos, they all love puzzles. So anything like that is fine if I haven't already left anything out for you. And then the big kids, I usually let if they seem kind of wild, maybe only let 2 tables at a time. But if they're nice and calm, then go ahead and let them all go find their books at once. After they find their books, they can either come back to the tables for the activity, or they are allowed to go sit on the beanbag chairs and the couch and stuff like that, as long as they're behaving. But if they're getting rowdy, then you just have them put them up. They can just come sit at the white tables. And same thing for them, 5 minutes until it's time to go. You'll have them clean up and then line up and check out is the same way. Once everybody has checked out their books, so they come in this door, but they actually leave through the opposite door. So they'll line up over here at the very end, and then their teacher will come pick them up. And then that's it. You're free to have the teacher take them back to class, and then you can greet your next class. And that's it.